Hey lovelies, it's Heather here. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another video today, tonight, whatever you want to call it. It's like 5:30 in the fucking morning, basically, or it's almost 5:30. But anyways, yeah, I tried to shoot a video earlier. I didn't have the space on my phone. Then I've been doing like a bunch of shit, and it's kind of like I don't know. The internet, we'll just say, has kind of, been lenient, been favorable for the first time in a long ass time. That way I can get some stuff like fucking deleted and done and shit. But any fucking ways, so like, dang on, I don't know. Like, I wanted to shoot a video earlier, I couldn't, and I've been wanting to watch. Like, I tried to watch back my previous video that I just uploaded earlier today, and I couldn't get it to. Upload, and so I was just like, whatever. And so I was just like, well, whatever, and like I wanted to watch back what I said because I kind of do that. That way I can kind of ground myself more on what I'm going to say, like in my next video. That way I can kind of remember what the fuck it was that I was saying or getting at and stuff. But anyways, for some reason, it may not have even loaded properly, or somebody's watching it or something because it's like messed up and I can't watch it right now or something. I don't know. But, so anyways, dang on, like this fucking morning, so 24 hours, I guess you'd say. No, it ain't been 24 hours yet. But anyways, I just blocked Anas, because I was just like, dude, because he wrote me and he's like, I no longer care about you. I was like, okay. And then, like, I called him twice afterwards, and, I tried to be like, dude, like, give me more than that, like, give me a reason, like, and that's the thing is, like, these players, these people that just want to exploit people, these people that just want, a free person to, like, I guess supposedly, like, try to have sex with, like, phone sex and shit like that, and it's like, dude, I'm not gonna do that. And the more I say that, it seems like the more people think that, like, I'm, like, trying to reverse psychology them or some type of shit and be like, no, I don't fucking like that, and I'm not going to do that. And then they're like, oh, she said it, like, that's the way they make me feel like they're coming across. And I'm just like, dude, fucking stop, like, fucking stop. And so I ended up blocking, like, a bunch of people and everything because of, like, the way things was going and the way it was like, just connect the dots and like people were just, like I blocked like two of his friends and like some other people and even people that I had on my Facebook because I'm just like, like I've tried basically. My ex neighbor, because I would say my friend and all that, and I've tried, but I suck at like having friends because I don't trust people. And people want to treat me suspicious and act suspicious and all this. And then I get that a lot of people's like, oh, well, like psychology wise, it's like, well, you have to stop being suspicious of people so that way they're not suspicious of you. Because whatever you put out's going to come back to you. I just can't fucking help it, okay? I meet you, I'm going to be suspicious as fuck. Like, that's all there is to it. So, you can else realize that that's because I'm damaged and shit, or you can be suspicious as fuck with me too, and so that's where it's going to be. And, so, anyways, damn, I did not know I was this tired. But, so anyways, it's just like, yeah, like, I'm like suspicious of people and stuff, and I'll trust them to the point that they think that I'm trusting them, and then they're just like, and then I see them almost be like the devil and rub their hands together and be like, we really got her where we think we should have her, so that way, we can manipulate her, and then they try to manipulate me, and then I'm like, can I help you? I'm like, can I help you? Is there something going on? Like, and that's where my, like, cocky attitude comes from and shit like that. And, like, if you're one of my regular viewers and you're like, holy shit, like, I look different, What I have on, I got in my jewelry and my makeup kind of because I was looking for a pair of damn tweezers because one of my dogs, she got a tick on her eye this afternoon and I couldn't find them. And so while I was in there digging through and rummaging through, I was like, oh, here's this. Oh, there's that. Oh, yeah, I ain't used this, So I put on a little bit of makeup and put on my old damn ring that I got from the fucking, like when I was a kid. Like, I was like in damn 8th grade or whatever, and I spent like $15, I think, to get this ring. But, any fucking way. Oh, shit. But, I couldn't find tweezers, so I ended up having to smother the tick off, which, in all honesty, probably was better. Because going after it with just tweezers from the beginning and it's on, like, her eye, probably would have been a little bit worse. And so I ended up smothering it with Vaseline and got it off. Got the tick off my dog's eye. But shit, it's tick season. But I've got to get them some shampoo and give them a bath. Like that's what they need. They need to be bathed and everything. That way the shampoo repels everything. But anyways, I don't know. I'm here and I'm frustrated and I'm kind of tired. I'm more tired than what I thought I am or was or whatever right now. I don't know. I sound crazy. Nice thing too is I watched back some videos that I just got saved on my phone, like little stuff and everything, and like I'm like having discussions with my grandmother, and I'm like, you know what? I realize how fucking insane I sound trying to like prove myself to people, especially my family. Like because I'm passionate about things and I'm like, I come across as this like eccentric, retarded ass person just because I'm just fucking trying to like get through to people. But you can't get through to somebody that isn't, open to that happening. And that's even like today, because that's what I was gonna try to make a video about that I ended up losing earlier. Is I was gonna try to make a video, and talk about my grandmother because my grandmother called because she called my parents. My daughter answered the phone. My daughter's like, "Oh, mom said the cat's back," and so my grandmother was like, she called me and she's like, "Hey, did the cat show back up?" Because my cat went missing a few days ago. And I'm like, "Yeah, he did," and the thing is like his eye looks better that he has that like it oozes and stuff sometimes. So I'm like, somebody take him in, like try to take care of him or something. Like, I mean, I know my cat doesn't have the best damn life, and then like if there was any pet that I wanted to get rid of, it would be him because he's so sickly to a degree, but he's also like really healthy to be having the virus that he has or whatever or the sickness that he has, but it's just he can't come in because I have another cat and he'll pass it to him, and so he has to stay outside, and like I feel kind of bad for him because of it. But other than that, I mean, he's got a good life and stuff. Every time I tried to give him away, nobody wanted him. And I'm not talking for money, I'm talking for free. But nobody wanted him because he's a sick cat. But, so anyways, he went missing. He showed back up, but his eye that oozes, because he's got one eye that's gone completely, and then the other, it oozes whenever he's stressed out or something. And it was oozing, like, the day before he went missing, and now it's, like, all dried up and looking like it's healed. And I'm just like, okay, like, I have no idea. Where the hell you been for 2 damn days, basically, and you show up and your eye looks good. But, so my grandmother called about that, and I'm like, yeah. And then I got to talking to her about everything. I just went ahead and told her about my husband trying to call here, and I told her about the landlord writing me, and all that shit, and, like, I do that. Like, even when I'm like, you know what, I ain't gonna tell my family shit. I ain't gonna tell them a damn thing because they don't give a shit. Or all that they do is they take and they pick it apart and like make it into this big ass thing where it's like some type of big ass drama story or some shit. And I was like, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it, But I always get wrapped up kind of in the hype of everything, and then I just end up kind of blurting it out. And then I sit here almost like a kid with my fucking fingers crossed, and I'm just like, please, for the love of God, let them drop it. Let them not talk about it. Let them not this. Let them not that. And then, like, who she's staying with, I know that phone was on speaker. Like, or I know even if it wasn't, that my grandmother, like, went and, told everything from her perspective and her point of view, what I said and shit like that. And that's the thing, too, is, like, this person, even though this person is my cousin, and I thought I was pretty close to her whenever I was, like, an itty-bitty little kid and everything. But then, like, I grew up, and she's so many years older than me and everything, and so, she just took the family's judgment, off of what the fuck, I'm supposed to be. She didn't judge me for me. She never hung out with me. She never spent any time with me. She just judged me based upon what they told her of me. And one damn day, like, my grandmother's like, hey, because this is when we was arguing when I lived here before. And my grandmother's like, well, she says that you need your ass beaten. She's going to come down and beat your ass. This is after my grandmother told me she's going to throw out the damn puppies and kill them when I was living here and we had puppies. She's going to throw out the damn puppies and kill them, and she's going to kill me in my fucking sleep. Like, that's what the fuck she told me. And so I called her a bitch. And so she called this cousin of mine, that she's with right now, and was like, hey, she called me a bitch, and complained. And then my cousin's like, oh, she needs her ass beat, I don't think I'll ever forgive her for that. I don't think I'll ever get along with her for that. I mean, if I'm being honest, even though I do, spiritually, like, my soul forgives everybody. But my mind, I can't forget that shit. I can't forget that shit. And the thing is I can't forget anything that anybody does. And that's the reason, I don't know, I kind of fucking hate people, is because I can't remember, not remember, but I can't forget shit that you done wrong to me. Every time you looked at me suspicious, every time you looked at me funny, every time you looked at me with a sideways glance or what the fuck ever, every time you did any of that fucking shit, it's like a mental note. Ding, they don't like me. Ding, it's like just this, and it's like, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that, that's bad, don't do that, don't do that, that's bad, you shouldn't do that, because then when you do it, then people do it to you, and then, you can never have a healthy relationship, so on and so forth. And so then I'm just like, no, I ain't gonna say shit, I'm just gonna take all these little mental notes, and see what happens. And so after years or months or a long time, people finally get mad at me, and they're finally like, you're a piece of shit, you're an asshole. And then I'm like, okay, and they're like, no, you really are, and I'm like, okay, why's that, because I asked you this and you said this, I told you the truth. And it could be something simple like, do I look fat in these pants? And I'll be like, well, you don't look too skinny in them. You can't ask me questions like that, once we've known each other a while, and expect for me to give you the little, yeah, you look good, first, weak response or whatever, and stuff like that. But I'm also not going to be an asshole and be like, you look fat as fuck in those, instead I'm going to be like, well, you don't look too skinny in them. Or I think you look better in these. Like, I'll try to give you, constructive criticism or some shit like that. And then people are like, you're an asshole, and that's all it takes, like that. Then my feelings are hurt, and then I'm like, okay, I'm an asshole, and then I'll kind of instigate it, for as far as, and what else, especially, for somebody that lives with me. I'm like, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's hear it all. Let's hear everything you say about me. And then, if you don't, then I will, I'll give you all the shit that I think about you, just to get you to actually be honest, And then I'm like, so don't be mad at me whenever I'm saying all this shit about you, yet you got all this shit about me that you don't like. Shut up. I'm just trying to get you to face the fact that you're just as human as I am, and ain't neither one of us any better than the other. We're both fucking human. Drop your shit. Drop the facade. Quit trying to make yourself look better, seem better, or whatever. And I will too. That's how we get along. That's how people get along in general, But, I don't know. I'm just kind of here and Got a lot of stuff on my mind. And I'm sitting here, like, trying to stay calm. And I have so far, even though it may not seem like it to outsiders. And that's even, like, outsiders, and, like, stuff thinking about, people that call me lazy, or they think that I'm not working as hard as I can, or whatever, because they sit here and they see me, make these videos, and I look all relaxed, apparently, or whatever, and, like, just this lazy bum that's just sitting here, not going through anything, and just, having the time of my life, and I'm so overjoyed, like, oh my God, I'm so happy. Yeah, it's like, dude, you don't even fucking know. You don't even fucking know the shit that I'm going through. You don't know what the fuck my body's going through. You don't know how the fuck I feel. You don't know how fucking tired I feel. You don't know how depressed I get. You don't know how many times a day I think, like, should this be the end of it? You don't know how many times I'm sitting there and I'm, like, trying to not burst into fucking tears, crying about shit that, is else from my past, or even from my, like, present day. Like, you don't know. You don't know. And so you ain't supposed to judge people, and we live in a society and in a world that's what they do, perception is 9/10 of the law. Whatever you think is what there is. So you look at me, you think I'm an asshole, then that's what I am. But you look at me and you think that I'm a beautiful person, then that's what I am. But then you got these sick, twisted fucks whenever it comes to, like, sex and shit. They look at me and they're like, oh, because I just got this from a dude. Like, he's like, I respect you. That was the first thing that come out of his mouth. Like, I don't even fucking know you, dude. And you gonna write me on a goddamn fucking amino. And I looked at it last night. I was like, oh my God, this is ran by teenagers, which most of them are. Most of them are. Some of them are ran by adults, and stuff like that. But these ones that's ran by kids, I mean, they're just, like, blatantly going around doing whatever to a degree. And they're not even paying attention to the protection of their community, I guess you'd say. And they're just letting shit happen. And they're letting all these predators come in. And it's downright fucking sickening. So anyways, I'm just sitting there minding my own, scrolling through. I can't even get on Amino half the damn time to look at the people's posts to, like them and read them. Because I have, like, I'm part of several, like, over 10 aminos. I'm like, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, maybe I should just take it down to 3. Like, maybe I really should, but I don't want to, because I like all the ones that I'm on, and I like the variety of it and everything like that. But holy shit, I can't even scroll through the fucking feed and see what the hell people going through, and stuff usually, without it having to be like, I have to time it perfectly so that way nobody talks to me. And granted, I could ignore chats, or I could block them or whatever, but I if somebody wants to talk, and they legitimately want to talk, I want to keep myself open, I guess you'd say, to the possibility of somebody needing to talk to me, because I know what it's like to be wanting to talk to somebody, and you have nobody to fucking talk to. And so I don't want to do that to people. And so people will send me a chat request, and these guys that's just all about sex and shit, like, they come up with some of the dumbest shit to say, basically, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm losing a goddamn brain cell every time I read it, basically, like, I don't know what else to say, but I do, I feel like I'm getting stupider by the minute, and I'm just like, damn, like, I'm like, dude, and even it's not just guys, it's women too, that do this. It's not just, one sex or whatever, that sits there and, like, plays these mind games and shit. But I'm just like, oh my God. And that's even, like, honest. Like, fucking hell, man. Like, he wrote me hey, and I wrote him hey, and then he never wrote me again. And then he left the conversation, then he come back, and he's like, hey, and I just looked at it, kind of like, nah, I said hey back last time, you didn't say shit back to me. Like, I'm not carrying the whole fucking conversation. For each one thing that you say, then I need to say one thing. And it never ends up staying like that, because I'm a female, and I end up then, after a while, putting these fucking paragraphs of shit and ass stories, you know, like of what I've been through, what I'm living through, what's going on with me, because I've never had nobody to give a shit, basically. And y'all like, you know, end up just being like, yeah, yeah, you know, and y'all just sit there and like listen, but y'all just listening so that way I feel comfortable with you, so that way you think you can like seduce me or some shit. Like, no. Like, no. Like, I might have been with my kid's dad and I might have been with my husband, and they might have seduced me, kinda, if you want to say that. But, like, I allowed it, is the best way to word it. I've had plenty of people try to seduce me in actual life. You know, come up and brush up against me and, you know, and try to grope me and all this shit and everything. Try to tell me, you know, I'm beautiful and all it. Like, I've had, like, all you do is walk away. Like, I'm so able to shut that down, you know? But, so anyways, honest, he wrote, hey, the second time. I'm sorry, like, I really liked him. But, he wrote, hey, the second time, and I was just like, what the fuck, you know? And, I just ignored him, and then, like, a few minutes later, he wrote, mom. And I was like, why call me mom? And that's the thing, too, is because I've got on here, and I've talked about my kid, and I get on my Facebook, talk about my kid, I talk about how my kid means so much to me, and it's almost like, everybody thinks, and even hell, I mean, it does surprise me because my fucking husband even got jealous of how much I cared about my daughter. Like, he's like, why don't you think of me first? Why don't you buy me stuff instead of buying her stuff? And I'm like, because she's my damn kid. Like, you understand? If I have $10 in my fucking pocket and my kid needs it, or my kid even wants something, I'm gonna give it for her. You know, well, what if I wanted something? Well, you got a job. You got your own damn money, don't you? She's a kid. Like, I can't. But anyways, I mean, I'm not saying that my parenting, you know, is top notch or anything like that, but I treat my kid good. I treat my kid good. But, so anyways, this guy tonight, they're like, I don't even know him. His first sentence is nothing, you know, out of like, nothing normal about it. His first sentence, first thing he wrote to me, I respect you. Like, what? You know, huh? You know, what? You know, like, and I was just like, sure you do, you know, like being smart ass, you know, because I'm upset, you know, a little bit because of what, you know, went down between me and Honest, you know, and everything, and him being the way that he was, you know, and so I'm just like, yeah, sure you respect me. You respect me real well. You respect me all the way till you shut up to my goddamn door and I knock your fucking teeth out. I bet you respect me. Like, that's what's going on in the back of my head, you know, I'm just like, you funny. And then, like, I just told him flat out, you know, I was like, what was it I said to him? I don't even know. I was like, what are you wanting? You know, like, and that's the thing, too, like, I hate that about men. What is it about men? It's mainly men. I ain't never had a woman and have the same problems with her. Usually a woman, you can shut her down real quick if she's just wanting sex, or she just wanting, like, sex talk or some shit like that. Like, you can shut her down real quick because she'll be like, oh, you know, this and oh, that, and what do you want, and what do you do? Like, she'll try to have a conversation with you, and then she'll, like, start bringing in, like, little hints of sexual talk and stuff, you know, and she'll be like, oh, you know, that sounds fun, or, you know, or what the fuck ever, and you just be like, yeah, I guess. You know, you just be, like, a smart ass just in that little instance, you know, yeah, I guess, yeah, I reckon, And they're like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to let you go. Like, they get it. They get it so quick. Like, they get it so quick. Like, oh, you're not in the mood for this, whatever I'm trying to dish out, so bye. Like, they get it. Like, it's like, y'all so smart. Y'all so smart. But men, for some reason, they'll sit there and they'll drop little sex hints, and they'll drop all this shit and everything, and you're just like, yeah, okay, and you're like, I guess. Why are you asking that? Why would you even want to know that? Why are you even saying that? Like, you can be like this for minutes or hours or what the fuck ever. And eventually, it's like you have to be a complete and total smartass and be like, what are you wanting? What are you wanting? And whenever you do that, that's what makes them finally, oh shit. And then they're like, well, I was just wanting this. They'll be honest, about what they were wanting. No matter how long it's been that y'all been having a conversation and everything. They'll finally be honest. They'll be like, oh, I was just wanting this, or I just thought this. And then you're like, well, you're wrong. And then they just kind of sit there, or they'll be like, I'm sorry. And then you're just like, bye. Like, I can't. I feel like I'm being such an asshole making this video, but I'm so, irritated. And, this guy tonight, he's like I said, the first sentence, I am respect you, and I was just like, oh, God, here we go again, and I was like, why are you even talking to me like that? Why are you even saying that? Why are you even this? Why are you even that? We went on for, I don't know, 10 damn minutes at least, talking back and forth, and then finally I was like, what do you want, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, and he's like, well, I want this, and I'm like, okay, and I'm like, well, if you think that's coming from me, I was like, you sadly mistaken. And then he wrote, and he's like, oh, I just thought you were a dominant. Where are you getting your damn information from? There's a saying, you get the information from the horse's mouth, okay? That means you get it from the actual person, okay? That's even like my fucking grandmother. She's like, we had conversations when I was a little girl, and my papa believed in aliens, and he was in the Air Force, and he would always, but he never really confirmed that he believed them 100% or really even believed in them. But he's always kind of trying to laugh it off, but kind of, always making it known that he was curious, and he's seen some weird shit, being in the Air Force and everything. And, so, my grandmother, kind of shit talking whenever he'd be gone and everything. She'd be like, oh my God, he talked for hours about how he was up on the mountain and he seen this thing and it looked like a spaceship and and all this and everything. And, I just sat there and listened to her or whatever, talk about it, but she'd say, you know what, I'm not gonna believe, and I used to get so mad at her for this because she's religious. She believes in God. But she'd say, I ain't gonna believe it until I see it, until it's right in front of me. So the only way I'm gonna believe damn aliens exist is if they pull up in my front yard, or they land their spaceship in my front yard and they get out and I see them with my own two eyes. Then I'll believe them. She's like, but I don't believe aliens exist. And so I used to be like, well, how the fuck you know God exists? God, she gets so mad at me. Oh, she gets so mad at me. And I'll be like, well, God's technically an alien because he's not human. He's not one of us. So if you want to know aliens exist, then yeah, they do if you believe in God, because God's an alien. And so are angels. And so are demons. And so is anything that is not a fucking human being or a fucking animal on the place, on the fucking planet. On Earth. On the face of the planet. It's considered alien, God, I used to make her so mad. Jesus Christ, did I? Whew. She gets so mad. But it's I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna upload this, I'll be honest. Because even if I do, it's I feel like I'm going backwards. I feel like I was doing better making little 10-minute videos, and now here this is 30 minutes, and the other one before, and one that I shot that I lost was an hour long and stuff, and so I don't know. But, I just can't. But I'm gonna end this video here. I hope everybody's doing good. Keep putting your best foot forward. Take care. You need somebody to talk to, hit me up on my Facebook Messenger. Don't write me anything you wouldn't want somebody else to see, because like I think somebody's fucking with my account, like legit. And then like, you know, you can subscribe to my channel. You can hit the thumbs up if you like the video. You can hit the thumbs down if you hate the video. And if you got any comments or questions, you can drop them down below. Or you can hit me up again on my Facebook Messenger. Keep trying. Put your best foot forward. Take care of you. Grow with each day that passes. You got a bad day, a bad life, a bad week. Give yourself a full-on month and then look back. And at least be grateful for the small things like food, shelter, you know, clothes. Like, you gotta stop with all this hype, all this Instagram, instant, you know, satisfaction, you know, instant gratification. You just gotta slow down. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.